Hey guys, Kyle Morris here coming from the Golf Room, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about a very important fundamental in regards to just hitting the ball solid, which aside from all the hand playing and dynamic stuff that I've talked about in the videos, making contact is kind of important because it kind of determines whether we're even going to have fun at the game or not. And one thing that I see with a lot of golfers, a lot of amateur golfers that come in, is that when they set up to the ball, they've read in articles about like trying to get the K position at the top. You know, they try to get this K with their side, and what happens is, what guys do is they end up swaying off the golf ball. And if I'm going to put a T right here, and then I were to set up to it and I was going to sway off the ball, then that's going to move my arc, the bottom of my stance, back here. So what we need to do is we need to figure out how to swivel our hips correctly, because here's the deal. If you were to look at my hips straight on in the camera, let's just say, for example, they were 20 inches wide, and then you were to measure my hips, they'd be 10 inches wide. So if you were looking at me from a face-on camera view with a two-dimensional view, then if I was to swivel and I had a line and we were going to draw a line up my right leg, then if I was to turn to the top, there should be a little bit of a gap here because of the fact that now if you looked at my hips, they'd be like 18 inches wide or 17 inches wide. So when you look at it, it should feel like there's a little bit of a gap, and now we're building our swing so that it's built around a fixed axis, which is the fastest axis that can turn, not a non-fixed axis. So now we can create more speed. So the question is then how could you go take that to the range and practice it? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to the range and you're going to take a noodle and a shaft and get your noodle power going, where you're going to stick the noodle in the shaft, and then you're going to set up to it so it's touching just the right side of your hip, okay? So it's touching the right side of your hip. And then when you take it up to the top, you know, you get your tilts, which you get by just putting the right side, your hand on the right side of your leg and then running it to the middle of your kneecap, so that gets you the correct amount of side tilt. And then you're going to turn to the top and just feel like you're just going to gap away a little bit, and you're going to feel a real big coil around your spine and your hips, and that's going to generate a lot of power, and it's going to make your contact go through the roof. So with that, come see us at the Golf Room, and we'll get you on the road to better golf. Thanks.